Oh, hey guys. We are going to watch 2, maybe 3 court videos, and then we're going to hop off here. I plan on making a few sovereign citizen videos that I'm trying to catch up on. If you see me eating things during stream, they're cough drops because I sound like shit and I keep coughing. But I'm here for you guys. But first things first, actually, let's let more than 9 people funnel in here before I start flapping my gums about things. Let's see here. Yes, mute myself. All right, cool. Talking about cough drops. All right, all messages. There we go. Good to go. All right. So allegedly, I cannot confirm, but what I'm being told is apparently Wrangler was arrested tonight. Again, I cannot confirm or deny, but that's what I'm being told. Swell on the police. Good on them. Oh, God. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, I'm trying a different lighting. I have like 3 different lights now instead of just the one. But yeah, allegedly he was arrested. But now that there's 21 people here instead of 9, do you guys want to watch the tweaker representing himself in court or what's the other one? A rude sovereign citizen gets a harsh reality from a judge. Which one would you like to watch first? Let's do, I feel like Chris Ryder right now. Let's do 1 for sovereign citizen, 2 for tweaker in court. I guess we'll wait a hot second. Waiting for any numbers, guys. Any numbers at all. And my dogs are freaking out downstairs. That's exciting. All right. You guys are being slow to respond. So we are going to watch, since I'm on the tweaker video, we're going to watch a tweaker video. 69, that is. Depends. Is their body cam of Wrangler getting arrested? Not yet. Like I said, that's allegedly. No, Ed, that's the little puppy upstairs and the puppy's downstairs wanting to come upstairs to eat it. That's what I'm working with today. 1. What was 1? Sovereign citizens? All right, we'll do the sovereign citizen in court. I don't think I've watched anything with this judge before. And like always, we are going to watch this just enough to see what's going on. But we're not going to play it at any different speed because there's really no need. We ain't got nowhere to be today. Judge surprises rude sovereign citizen. All right. Stop abusing the dogs at your niche. Hey. All right, here we go, folks. And again, I have only watched this for like 5 seconds.
Speak over me. Just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen,
Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
you can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it. Good morning. Are you Janetta Pugh?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the what?
I am the beneficiary of that estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of that estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Ms. Pugh. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Ms. Pugh's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest, you know?
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself? Or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you? Or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure. Why aren't we doing it this way? This is much better for shorts after the fact. I'm pretty sure every court is a court of record because there is a record connected to that court case. So that's one of my pet peeves of sovereign citizens.
It's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel to effective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
No, it's fine.
No, it's not okay. You're making a big fool of yourself right now, and we all think it's funny. I'm really enjoying how the judge is just sitting there calmly, waiting for this girl to stop her silly talk. Sovereign citizen scripts are funny because people believe they've discovered a secret way to navigate the law. But the truth is, the law doesn't work that way. Courts have repeated.
The courts don't work that way. And you notice how she had a script. She had a piece of paper she's reading off of. And instead of going, oh, judge say this, I say this, she doesn't have that piece of paper. She has, these are what I'm going to say, regardless of what the judge says. I'm still, good news is I feel much better. It's just my voice is gone now. So if you hear me in videos tomorrow covering sovereign citizens sounding like this, it's because I made those videos tonight. But yeah, she has a piece of paper that doesn't care what the judge says. It's just going to be sovereign citizen talking point 1, sovereign citizen talking point 2, sovereign citizen talking point 3, because that's what her guru sold her on. If you guys are familiar with Rebel Studio 2, Rebel Studio 2 follows another guy, which I would consider his guru. The guy puts out information without actual detail, where if you listen to a lawyer, they will talk and they will give you, oh, because of this Supreme Court decision, oh, because of this state law. Catch where I'm going with this. These people don't have that. He told Rebel Studio 2, oh yeah, a law in, oh no, the Supreme Court of Tennessee said you don't need a driver's license. But when checked with, hey, which case? Zero from either of them. They have no idea. Who is Colton Wood? Colton Wood is the page called The Hard Tard. He's the guy who, I feel bad covering him sometimes because I genuinely think he's mentally ill. And it's not just me saying, oh, frauditors and sovereign citizens are mentally ill. No. He thinks people are like stalking him and shit like that. Yeah, Colton is a little cow on par with Kennedy Walker. I would actually, you know what? Yeah, that's accurate. I was going to say Kennedy Walker is not as bad, but no, that's accurate. Colton Wood thinks someone's following him. He just got kicked out of his trailer room. He gets kicked out of everywhere he goes. But today, I think it was Frauditor Troll on one of his other channels put out a video of Colton Wood basically threatening to burn a pile of children to get attention. And they're like, yeah, where are you at? We'll send the police. Yeah, they'll come talk to you. And I believe he got scooped up and he's facing felonies but bailed out. That's who Colton Wood is. If you want me to get into that later, I can.
Repeatedly ruled that just saying I don't consent doesn't make legal charges go away. That's not how legal authority works. I'm surprised that this person can read, which is not common in this community. But seriously, I'm curious about how she got to this point. She seems like a nice girl, but this is really embarrassing for her. She's trying to show respect by saying your honor, but it's clear she's confused and just trying to make sense of things. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this girl. I really don't understand how someone can get so deep into this belief. It's one thing to think about. Today we have arguments and why. Let me know in the comments how this heated here.
Come on.
Miss
There we
P,
go. We're back.
your position.
But the consent thing, I did want to talk about that real quick because if you guys were watching Colin's channel last night or watched Team Skeptic's channel the other day, he put out the lady that sued him. And it's like, by sovereign citizen's logic, all you would have to say is, I do not consent to your lawsuit. So by their own logic, they would never be able to sue anyone. Yet they pretended this whole not consent thing only applies to them. It kills me.
But listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pugh, don't
with my
speak over me.
incarceration, respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration,
Judge is getting fed
Miss
up.
Pugh, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why is because you have a lawyer and your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply
See you when I see you.
Go back.
Agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
It was a bit awkward, but
I think that whenever a sovereign citizen starts going into their nonsense, the judge should just say, contempt of court. See you in a few days. That's how it should do it. I don't like AI voices. I know I used an AI voice on my third channel at the beginning of the week, and it's because my voice sounds like this. But in my head, more than likely, this is an AI bot channel where they found some court shit, dropped it in a thing, and it made the video for them.
Mr. Jeffrey wanted to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up with information in the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of your appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Ms. Pugh, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today if that's what you want to do. We'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you're expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so
yes. Where is it? Right here. Perfect comment. This is how you can tell if a sovereign citizen, this is one of the things I use. If they are in court or on the side of the road and they're just kind of mumbling whenever they talk about the script, it's because they're not confident in it. It's either they're not confident in it or they know that it's bullshit, but they're hoping to just get over on somebody. The courtroom is not a classroom. Yeah. It kills me. If they mumble, you know damn well they don't know what they're talking about. She seems like funny to bring him up. Eric Martin claimed that he was in jail for 24 years. I was a jailhouse lawyer. That's how I know so much. A jailhouse lawyer probably got to her and said, hey, say this in court, you'll be good to go. And then just this happened. where she's not confidently, oh, well, I'm this trust, blah, 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 and had no response when the judge said things.
So what you can think just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you? Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand about that?
Believe it or not, guys, these sovereign citizens have everything I was expecting her to say right there. That literally traded my brain. I'm on.
Yes, infiltrated your brain. Yada, yada. I'm getting tired of that voice, honestly. So I did actually I'm trying to get a hold of Colin, because I don't know if you guys know. Wait for it.
This is the third book that I've covered. This one happened yesterday. So if it's the next
Okay.
one in your order,
So I just asked Colin because I'm curious. There is the case with the guy who claims that the electromagnets are stalking him and his neighbors are sending crazy waves through the walls, and he's hitting their house with a shovel at like 5 a.m. That guy apparently was in court yesterday. So if I can maybe get Colin to send me that, we might watch that at the end, because as you know, I enjoy covering crazy people, but like not mentally ill people, just crazy people. That guy is the craziest.
Ahead and see if she truly wants to defend herself, because it won't look good if she does.
The attorney, or I don't
There you
represent your.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
So here's the thing. If you want to represent yourself by law, you have to be able to understand these things. Otherwise, I've got to appoint an attorney for you. So you can't just say, I want to represent myself because I don't like the attorney or I don't like the process. This is the process that you're in. You live in Texas, you live in the United States. This is the law that applies to your case. So what do you not understand about the range of punishment if you're found guilty? And I'd be glad to explain it.
I don't understand because I haven't did anything wrong.
That's what a jury's for, right? And so if you say you're not guilty, then you go in front of a jury and they determine, after they listen to the evidence, if you're guilty or not. That doesn't have anything to do with, if they find you guilty, you understanding that they could send you to prison for between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand that part? What are you, yes or no? No, you don't understand that.
Looking for an answer.
So, Ms. Pugh, it's my understanding, I'm not going to allow you to represent yourself because you don't understand the law and the process. So we're on question number 4 out of 15 that I'm supposed to ask you. So Mr. Jeffries is going to stay on your case.
I don't know when Mr. Jeffries on my
I don't care what you want at this point.
I don't represent myself.
You can't do it. All right, you can go back with the bailiff. I'm done. Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
Go back with the bailiff.
It's not on my case.
And this is another reason why this doesn't work. I don't understand. Well, that's why I'm giving you an attorney, whose job it is to understand. Because in theory, if you can just work off of this, I don't understand. I don't understand. If that's actually a thing that, could prevent someone from being prosecuted, you could literally do that forever because there's not enough bats in the world to beat the understanding into you. Yeah, years and years of law school and training just to explain things to this idiot. Exactly. It's like, I forgot who it was. Which judge was it? Where he was basically explaining to them, yes, you can and have the right to represent yourself, but you technically have the right and opportunity to take your own tooth out. Doesn't mean you should do it because you're not trained. That's why you go to the dentist, because they're actually educated and trained in the specific act of taking out a tooth. But you have the right to do it yourself. Doesn't mean you should. Same thing with representing yourself in court. In theory, you could. But this person back here has got years and years and years of training and qualifications to do just that. Let's see if they have any more.
Welcome to the criminal appointment list.
Yeah, fun, James.
This was not meant to be any kind of punishment, I promise. So Mr. Jeffries, get ready like you would. Probably it's going to go straight onto a jury.
Right, I would
And
assume.
we'll just get it figured out that way. All right.
The narrator compliments the judge.
All right. We're going to stop with this video and I'll load up the other ones. Like I said, these are pretty short videos. We just turned that 13-minute video into 22 minutes. And maybe, God willing, we'll turn this next one into about the same thing. This is not a sovereign citizen. This is going to be it says meth head, or it says tweaker represents himself in court. This one's actually, I found the funniest because of the way this guy talks to Judge Middleton. Yeah, I also have the right to stand in a used litter box, but I wouldn't recommend that either. Yeah, it's really that's that easy. But I love it how the judge is like, I promise I'm not punishing you. What if that was the thing? Judges just put all of the public defenders on the shit list. And it's like, oh, we have a sovereign citizen. Let's call Steve. Steve's been giving me a hard time lately. He gets a sovereign citizen. And good luck. Krista, what's up? All right. We're going to kick this off. What happens when a tweaker represents themselves in court? I don't know why it does that. I don't want to be the big picture. There we go. Again, this is with Judge Middleton, which, in my opinion, makes it even better. Let's go.
Establish that.
I just did.
No, you didn't.
Welcome to Bench Report Court Cam.
Seems like another one of those channels.
Good morning, sir. This is Judge Middleton. I wanted to have a chance to talk with you. Are you Arian Fisk?
Yes, sir.
This is file 2534FY. I'm here at the courthouse with Chief Assistant Prosecutor Joshua Robert. Your attorney, Paul Gibson, is also here present with us. You're charged with possession of methamphetamine as a fourth habitual offender with a drug double. The matter was set for a pre-exam conference today. And Mr. Gibson went to the jail and said that you didn't want to come out of the cell and talk with him. So it wasn't clear what you wanted, so I thought I'd just ask you. There is a plea offer where the prosecutor would reduce the fourth habitual for a waiver and a bind over to circuit court for a plea to possession of methamphetamine as a second felony offender, which would be a 15-year felony offense. You also have a right to have a preliminary examination in this matter, but I wasn't clear what it was that you wanted me to do, so I thought I'd ask you. Are you declining the prosecutor's plea offer?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to have a preliminary examination?
Yes, sir.
All right, that'll be next Tuesday at 1:00.
Your Honor,
Before he gets into it, Gremlins Frauded Ambush Zone, gifted 1 membership. Thank you.
Yes.
could you inform me if I've never been charged with possession? I've never been convicted of possession. How am I a second substance or second?
Well, that's a good question. Let's take a look at the complaint.
Another thing is I've never been heard on the PPO that they originally came out to the house for. So that means there was no original arrest to be made. That means there's no possession at all. They came out to arrest me on a PPO. That PPO was evidently dismissed. So that means there's no original arrest to be made. That means I have no possession.
Well, all right. That's certainly something that could be explored at the prelim. According to the charge, you were charged with operating a meth lab on April 17th of 2015.
That is not
Doesn't
possession.
Well, it's a previous drug charge, so it qualifies under the statute. So your contention is that the pretext for the arrest was not valid, and we can certainly explore that.
Okay, so Frauditor Crazy Frog 54 became a member. Thank you. So yeah, PPO, bad company. So it sounds like he maybe had some had a protection order against him. They came to pick him up for a protection order. While picking him up, they're like, that looks like a meth lab. And shocker, so I don't want to call him a sovereign citizen. I know lots of people accuse every dumb person of being a sovereign citizen. I'm trying to walk that back a little bit. Is he on meth, or did he have a meth lab? Sure sounds like it. Is he a sovereign citizen? Shockingly, no. But how to word this? He brings up some decent points where if the PPO was thrown out, then maybe they shouldn't have been there in the first place. So there's that. It wasn't really a lab per se, more like a shack. Is it like what is it? I keep wanting to call him upstate New York audit, New York public tour, Matty boy, who just got out of prison, that type of shack? I'm not going to read that one. I'll put it up, but I'm not going to read it.
All right. Well, you're right. It is not a possession, but it is a drug charge under the Public Health Code, which would qualify for second offense. And I don't know much about it because I'm not supposed to till we get there. So you have a right to a prelim, and we'll do it next Tuesday at 1:00. Now, Mr. Gibson can't help you unless you talk to him. And so we can explore this, your conjecture that this arrest never should have taken place in the first place. But
Mr. Gibson does not represent me.
Who does represent you?
I do.
You have a right to represent yourself. There's an adage that it's a fool that has himself for a lawyer. You didn't understand the statute. You don't have a law degree. You don't understand the rules of evidence, and you are facing a potentially 20-year prison sentence or worse. But we'll discuss it further. For the time being, Mr. Gibson is still there, at least in an advisory capacity. We'll make a determination of whether you can represent yourself. But you've got some complicated issues. If your contention is that there was no PPO and
There was a PPO, but
okay,
I have not been arraigned on that PPO. That means that
All right.
PPO, it did not exist. So that means there is no original arrest to be made, therefore there is no possession.
all right. How are you going to establish that?
I just did.
No, you didn't. You just said it. That doesn't mean that it's accurate. I believe you could use some help from a lawyer to run some of these things down. They can actually get the files, look at it and see it. So for now, I indicate that you wish to represent yourself, but I haven't made a determination yet. Ultimately, you have a right to do that. But I think you could.
I have asked for that man not to represent me, and they appointed him anyway. There's a conflict of interest between me and that man.
What's that about?
It was in our last case versus Patterson, which was 4 months ago. The man called me incompetent, told me I was mentally retarded. I said that man does not represent me. That was on record.
Yes. Allegedly, the defense attorney told him he was incompetent and mentally retarded. And I think we can all see it, honestly. Like it adds up.
And then they tried to have him represent me this time. I said, I do not want that man. They said, well, what's the problem? I said, that man and I have a conflict. Well, that's not a conflict. I said, yes.
All right, so you would accept counsel, but you don't want Mr. Gibson.
Yes.
Okay.
But I want it on record that the police were called for a personal protection violation. They showed up, they detained me, they searched me, said that they found me to be in possession. I was not heard on the personal protection order. So that means that there's no arrest to be made.
Well, there's a difference between an arrest and search, but all right, I hear where you're coming from.
Okay,
Mr. Gibson, you have any further input regarding this? He indicated you and he had a bad relationship in the previous case.
I don't recall.
I was going to ask a question, but I was slow on the mouse. Yeah, I was going to say, do you think that the defense attorney knows anything that this guy's talking about? Shocker, no. No, he doesn't.
Any incident that he was referring to, I guess I'd have to go back and check my records because I don't recall.
Well, the notes indicate that he told Judge Patterson he wanted to represent himself. All right, Mr. Fisk, for now, it's set for next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. My inclination is to allow other counsel.
thank you.
Have a position?
I don't have a position on that.
You want to know what to do next Tuesday?
Right, because if he's going to get a new attorney, the new attorney is going to say they're not prepared for a
Yes,
prelim.
correct. All right, I'll allow a new attorney to be appointed and reset the pre-exam.
Thank you.
I honestly think he's going to come up with another random statement to get out of that attorney. Because for some reason, again, I think Ed said something at the beginning. Or no, it wasn't Ed that said something in the beginning. It was somebody else, and then I responded, and then Ed said something. It was all sovereign citizens are dummies. And I said, yes, all sovereign citizens are dummies, but not all dummies are sovereign citizens. This guy is not a sovereign citizen. He's just a dummy. I said that earlier. The problem with both groups, the problem with sovereign citizens, regular dummies, frauditors, Moors, yada, yada, is that they all think they're much, 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 much smarter than they actually are. Hey, Stone Vet, still calling me Stolen Valor after 2 years. I actually announced that earlier today, and he's not my boy. And the fact that you keep tagging me in things, trying to drum up support for yourself, it's kind of pathetic.
For next Tuesday, for 9, oops, that puts it on Judge Patterson's calendar, but I don't want to go 2 weeks because you're in custody. Reset PEC for 1/28/25 at 8:30 with new counsel. All right, you're good to go, Mr. Fisk.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Matheny. This is Judge Middleton.
Motherfucker, you were beating the drum of K4 Stolen Valor. That's the whole reason I started talking about you, because you directly called me Stolen Valor. And then you called me, what was it? A war dodger for not signing up after 9/11, even though I was 10. Even though I was 10. Good one. Good one.
I wanted to check in with you today. This is file 242193FY. Mr. Matheny, you're charged with malicious destruction of property over $1,000, but less than $20,000. That's a felony, and it was set for a pre-exam conference today. Your lawyer, Mr. Paul Gibson, is here with me at the courthouse. Also present is Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. Mr. Robert advised me that the prosecutor had agreed to dismiss this felony charge if you pled to a misdemeanor charge of malicious destruction of property over $200 but less than $1,000. The felony would be dismissed for a plea to a misdemeanor. Mr. Gibson went out to see you at the jail, and he advised that you wish to have your preliminary examination in this matter. I just wanted to make.
Damn, I was muted. Let's see how much. Oh, damn. I must give a dog a treat somewhere. Must give a dog a treat somewhere. Oh, no, I said I joined in 2012 because I was in college. I graduated high school in 2009. I literally joined when I could. So now I should have joined while in high school or while I was 10. Good one. Have fun supporting woman beaters, Stone Vet. Good luck. Yeah, you know what? This is what I'll do. Oh, no, I don't have the fish cam either. Damn. It's going to give the fish some food. I do have another video after this because, let's be real, I don't think this was very long. But, yeah, we'll keep going.
Make sure that that's accurate. Is that correct, Mr. Matheny?
Correct.
Or you don't wish to accept the misdemeanor plea offer?
No, sir.
Okay. Your attorney has also filed a motion to amend or reduce your bond. And I'm going to continue that to the same time as the preliminary examination. You failed to appear at a previous hearing. And that's why Judge Pattison upped your bond to $10,000. So both your bond motion and your prelim will be set for next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. All right, you're good to go, sir.
Thanks for watching.
Now I didn't finish college, even though I have a degree. Weird. Weird. All right, like I said, let me hunt for this video real quick. Now it seems like Greg wants a piece of stone vet. Let me go to history. I think is this a sovereign citizen or is it just another pro se guy? Oh God, it says sovereign citizen pro se. This guy again, he just sounds slow. So we shall see if there's any weird intro. Yeah, weird intro. There we go. All right. We're past the weird intro. Share. I don't have a degree. It's literally hanging on the wall. Like I don't understand. Don't you have like a stream to cover for the 15th time from 2 years ago? That's the rumor on the street, Mark, is that Fraud Wrangler went to jail. Good on the police from whatever state. No, I have a degree, and I'm one semester away from a degree in Homeland Security, and then a few credits away from a degree in history. But it is what it is. Yeah, this is going to be, I don't know if you guys recall this. I recall seeing him somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. Did you guys hear about Music Biz Marty, the guy that used to, rumor has it he did a lot more than troll Cyrax. If I recall correctly, he power bombed. He power bombed Cyrax in Cyrax's front yard. But yeah, I guess he passed this week, last week. I'm unsure. And from the little bit of coverage that I watch on Cyrax, because he reminds me of Hill Pirate Studio, he thinks it's all made up, like a conspiracy, like Music Biz Marty's just like hiding somewhere.
First take up 22 CR 508. This is my case, Mr. Walker. You failed to appear in front of me on July 17th for your preliminary hearing control docket. Where were you that day?
It's safe for sure, sir.
Okay, well, I issued a bench warrant bond forfeiture and set a new bond in the amount of $10,000 cash or surety. Are you still representing yourself?
Yes, sir.
You want to continue representing yourself?
Look at me. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the paper.
Wait a minute. Cyrax thinks Kate helped Music Biz Marty fake his death. For what reason? For what reason would Kate help him fake his death, or why would he need to fake his death? It's Cyrax. Like, It's not like Music Biz Marty was so worried about Cyrax that he had to fake his own death to get away. Like the guy came into Cyrax's yard, picked him up, and power bombed him, and then left. Let's see here. Yeah, it's, I don't know why you would have to fake it.
Yes, sir. Don't have any money.
And this video, yeah, this video is from Kangaroo Court Lore. I actually watch them all the time.
Pardon?
Yes, I guess I'll represent myself.
Okay. You understand that if you can't afford to hire an attorney, one would be appointed for you.
I don't know what he would do for me.
Okay. Well, he could provide you legal advice and perhaps advance any defenses you may have had. But if you want to represent that, if you can't afford an attorney and would like to have one represented you, I would appoint one for you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you
Sovereign citizens believe.
It's funny, Stone Vet. I actually did it again when I was on panel with you. So it's funny that you're intentionally forgetting that. It's weird.
That by appearing pro se, they are asserting their status as a natural person who is not subject to the same laws and regulations as their legal person or straw man. By using sui juris, they aim to reinforce.
Forget what they're saying. Yeah, Kisker, you have a great point. It's not even karma. It's along the lines of, if you have a record, sure, like you might be able to come back from that. But the fact that you have a record, a current record, and a warrant, you can't call out the people that have those exact things. So I'm kind of confused on why he would do that. That's just a bad look.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
The docket notes don't reflect if a waiver of counsel was ever signed. Do you have any notes that would reflect that he's waived counsel on the record or otherwise, Ms. Norris?
Your Honor, I just note that on December 30th, defendant stated that he would hire his own counsel, and then he had a failure to appear, and on May 5th, we did not appoint any counsel. I don't show an actual waiver, and the notes don't reflect that he did a waiver on the record. It just says that he would hire his own attorney.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Mr. Walker, you've indicated here on the record that you wish to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. So I'm going to have you, if the jail has one, sign a waiver of counsel. Do you have a form?
I believe so.
All right. Can you read through that? Make sure you understand it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me.
There is no defendant in the. I'm the defendant in the case. Am I the defendant in the case? There's no victim. There's no victim to my crime, correct?
Here comes the
The
sauce.
crime that I'm accused of, there is no victim in the crime.
The state of Kansas, you have drug charges, possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, and driving while suspended are your three charges.
Those are three typical sovereign citizen charges. No license and meth.
Yeah, but no victim, correct? No victim in the crime. No victim.
I'm not sure I understand your question and what that has to do with your waiver of counsel.
Well, I'm the defendant. There must be someone making a claim
The state of Kansas is making the charges against you, Mr. Walker.
the state of Kansas is.
Bandit, in this in the most respectful way possible. Are you retarded? Like, are you? Because it seems like it. It's like you're not acknowledging anything that's happened in the last 2 years. Weird.
Victims.
The state of Kansas charged you with these crimes.
Common law traditionally refers to case law or judicially created law based on precedents. Sovereign citizens often refer to common law based on natural rights, and they shouldn't be held accountable for statutory laws, which are laws created by state legislatures. Modern U.S. courts operate under a mix of statutory and common law.
Do you wish to represent yourself, or do you wish to have an attorney representing you?
Gremlins Frauditor Ambush Zone gifted 5 memberships. Thank you.
I will represent myself.
You've got a waiver of counsel in front of you, correct?
Yes, I suppose so. Why do I need to sign? Why do I need to sign it? Why do I need to sign this?
Because I like to have it documented in the file that you understand that you have a right to have an attorney representing you, and that if you can't afford to hire one, one would be appointed for you. And you understand that, and knowing those rights, you wish to represent yourself. That just documents that for the court file.
What I don't understand is why there is charges against me when there is no victim.
All right, Mr. Walker, I'm not going to play this game this afternoon. I'm going to set this case
Why are we playing a game?
in front of me on
I'm asking questions. I'm really asking
October.
trying to understand.
Mr. Walker, your case is being set on October 10th at 2:30 in front of myself, and that will be done by Zoom. That's the felony preliminary hearing control docket, October 10th at 2:30.
Your Honor.
You've got a $10,000 cash or surety bond on that case.
Yeah. I was wondering if I would be if I wouldn't be able to have access to certain legal things to
Yes. For $20, I have a BA in linguistics. Thank you. And I have to message you on Discord about good old Josh and what he's been coming around about. Let's see here. Wait, Stone Vet, you have a criminal record? That's what I'm hearing. I've never looked into you because I simply don't care, but do you have a criminal record? I'm asking genuinely. And I love it how you first called me stolen valor and now you're telling me I don't have a degree. Weird.
to be able to put my case up.
I believe they've got a law library there at the jail. I'm not sure what kind of access they provide to you, but you can consult with somebody there at the jail.
Okay.
All right, I'm now going to take up 22 CR 398. This is Judge Webster's case. Looks like you failed to appear in front of her on July 31st. She set a new bond for $6,000. You've already had a first appearance, so I'm going to set this in front of Judge Webster on October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That will be by Zoom. October 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning. So again, your bond is 6,000 cash or surety. Anything else on this case, Ms. Norris?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Your Honor, was the time for court on October 10th for 22 CR 508, was that 2:30?
That's correct.
Just clarifying. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess.
Go like and subscribe over there. That was kangaroo court lore. And that's where I'm going to end it because I'm out of court videos. I'm going to try to stream court videos and do videos on sovereign citizen traffic stops. But just for shits and giggles here. By the authority of the Board of Trustees confers upon Kevin James Farrar in recognition of the satisfactory fulfillment in the prescribed requirements for the degree of an Associate's in Applied Science for Criminal Justice. It's weird, but yeah, it's weird that you called me stolen valor, and then your own community's like, no, yeah, we've seen his DD 214. He's not stolen valor, and now you're telling me my degree, which I'm holding right here, is fake. That's weird. Not a good look. Not a good look. Bandit, let's be real here, bud. You're insignificant. You keep talking about this nonsense. I'm literally a stay-at-home dad with a side gig because Mrs. Kfar couldn't physically or mentally take care of her dying father. That isn't what happened at all. That's literally what happened. You called me stolen valor. Then everybody's like, nah. And then you got a hold of my DD 214 because I give it out to anyone who asks. And then shocked. Gasp. For like the umpteenth time, you claimed someone was stolen valor who wasn't. Just like Blue Bacon. That was a great debacle too. Or Weapons 175. That was another great debacle. The stolen valor debacle. Just because you don't like somebody for whatever reason doesn't mean you can just throw out, they're stolen valor. That's not how that works. You can call Jeremy DeWitt stolen valor. Sure, that makes sense. But people who actually served and don't plus or minus their own record, like, ta-da, makes you look like a dipshit. You never saw my DD 214. I'm pretty sure you showed it on your stream. And maybe this is why you shouldn't do drugs all the time, bud. This is exactly why you shouldn't do drugs all the time. Thank you, Frauditor Crazy Frog 54. Thank you. I appreciate it. One day I'll get the other two knocked out. They might go on the wall. The only one I really want on the wall is the stupid Homeland Security one. That's the one that I actually enjoyed doing. The history one, I enjoyed that a little bit. This one, I absolutely hated every second of it because of how many extra classes you had to take to get this that had zero anything for this degree. No, they didn't name me after King of Queens. I'm pretty sure I'm older than King of Queens. 35, bud. No, my grandfather's name, who, shocker, Stone Vet would probably call him Stolen Valor too. He was a CB in Vietnam. His name's Kevin, and his middle name is really terrible, but it started with a J. So they named me that. It's funny. It's funny how he said I didn't have a degree, and then I proved I had a degree, and now it's not a degree enough. I love it how with that community, the goalposts are always a changing. As soon as they get proven wrong, oh, that's not what I meant. Come on. Come on. I actually never promised to do a Georgia transparency debate at all. What was going to happen was, nope, somebody else is live. No, what I promised to do was go on there and listen to Georgia Transparency tell me his record, because I've never seen anything of it. I didn't prove shit. I just read it to you on stream. Show it just like I did my DD214 that you're now denying seeing. Weird. Oh, what did I miss? Somebody's birthday? Wait till Bandit wants to debate. I would ask you one question, and then if you said what you've said in this video, your credibility would be gone. Oh, Matt Todd, you turn 39 tomorrow. Congratulations. 1 year older. I stopped celebrating my birthdays. I literally stream on my birthday every year. I love it how you call me fathead, yet your head is just as big as mine, but at least I can open up my eyes. So there's that. Good luck with that. Yeah, no, Angry Vet is the guy who, again, all these people support, even though he's like a legit multiple-time felon. This is what I don't get about that side of YouTube. They hate Wrangler. Justified. You hate Wrangler. But then you start swinging at people who, by all measurable statistics, like, I have no criminal record. What are you going to come at me for? If people in your own community are domestic abusers, multiple-time felons, multiple-time drunk drivers, like, what are we even talking about? Your credibility is stellar. Ah, that's funny. No, the cult calls me fathead because it's made up of a bunch of pussies that literally can't accept the fact that I distanced myself from a situation 2 years ago. Diddlers too. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. Or at least Diddler supporters. Wrangler is currently third place. And what are the grifties? Have I seen my head? Yeah, it's pretty proportional. It's crazy how there's like thousands of people here that disagree with you, like on my channel in general, and yet you're here beating the drum trying to impress yourself. You have to love it when they take their camera and stream their own crimes. It's so stupid. Like, to go back to the Angry Vet who runs a fake 501c3. You're out. You've been outed. You don't have your little, what is it? EIN number. They called the IRS. They couldn't find it. Pretty sure the IRS would know. My degree's literally right here. There you go. That's my degree with my name. Now I would like an apology because you said I don't have one. You actually said I don't have one for like 45 minutes. Wait, aren't these the guys that tried to act like BSBT was a stand-up vet? Yes. One and the same. I'm just waiting for the old apology. Oh, yeah, no apology. Why am I not shocked? Why am I not shocked? Proven wrong on stream. Must be highly self-medicated tonight. I hate to agree with Finkel on this one, but I think you need some help. Don't be shy. You would suck the fart out of BSBT's butt, same as Chris Ryder. Shit, one of your boys only has a channel because he sucked off Chris so hard Chris gave him a shout out on his stream and held a subscriber drive for him. I need to see your driver's license so I know the diploma is yours. Ed, you're going to get it. I literally just showed it on the damn, I literally just showed it on the screen. Go back and look. It's not that difficult. I've never claimed I went to the University of Michigan. I'll say that. Stone Vet, in the courtroom, we would call this, we'd give the statement asked and answered. I'll try to drum up something to stream. I think Colin said after the stream, hit him up and he'll send me the original copy of the tinfoil hat guy. So I'll probably stream that tomorrow. And I want to get out like 4 videos tonight, given if my voice wants to agree with me on that. Are we still going? There we go. All right. Yep, I will be back hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully you guys caught all that. For some reason, it just disconnected me from everything. Everybody have a good day except for Stone Vet and Bandit. Fall off the earth. The world would be a better place. I don't know. Everybody have a good rest of your day. Bye.